The Kenya Morans, the definition of insanity. Insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting different results. So the Kenya Morans, they've released their national team roster that is gonna go to the FIBA Afrobasket 2025 that is going to kick off on Friday. And right now, as you can see on the screen, you can see the list of players that are there. So we have the captain, Victor Bosire, Desmond Owile, assistant captain, Joel Awich, assistant captain, Derek Ogechi, Griffin Ligari, Branwell, Fidel, Fahim, got Ariel Ortega, Alberto Dero, Ariel Okal, and Eugene Adera. So the reason why I started with like the definition of insanity is playing these legacy players. These are legacy players. Victor Bosire, Desmond Owile, Griffin, Ariel Okal, guys who have played in the team, they have been there, they have played in the national team for years now, and I've covered them for years now. And in this video, we'll be looking at their stats all the way from the FIBA Afrobasket qualifiers in 2021, the FIBA Actual, FIBA Afrobasket, the FIBA World Cup, and the FIBA Afrochan. And we'll look at all of it in this video. So, and also not to forget that Coach Cliff is at the helm. He has not been a coach that has had the best record, especially coaching the Kenya Morans. I know a lot of people try to date back to the Afrochan that happened in 2019, but remember that competition happened about 4 years ago. And if you look at last year, going by last year's Afrochan, the Kenya Morans underwhelmingly performed and they got knocked out by Morocco in the quarterfinals, something that didn't happen in 2019 and it happened last year. So if you're looking at a reference for the Kenya Morans' recent performance, look no further than the Afrochan that we had. So for starters, I'm going to start with the captain, Victor Bosire, and you're going to look at all his stats from the FIBA Afrobasket, FIBA World Cup, and the FIBA Afrochan that happened last year. So if you look at his stats, let's just pull them up real quick. Where is he? Got Victor Bosire here. So this guy, in the games that he played 3 games, and he played in the first window. Then this is the productivity that he had: 3 points, +1 from -7. He averaged 1.3 steals, 3.3 turnovers a game. He's a turnover machine. He's not somebody that can be trusted, especially when it comes to scoring the basketball. When it comes to scoring the basketball, he's not that guy. And even if you look at his performance, look at the heavy minutes that he's being given. 28 minutes. 0 for 6. This is the first game against Senegal that we got brutally embarrassed way back in late 2020. Look at the Angolan game, 28 minutes. 0 productivity scoring-wise, and he's a turnover machine. 4 turnovers. You can see the previous game, he played the similar minutes, but you could see he had 5 turnovers, +1 from -13, efficiency in -5, -3 there. In the Mozambique game, the game that the Kenya Morans beat, the Mozambique team were a below average roster, and this is the productivity that he had. So this is not a guy that you can trust down the stretch, and this is not a guy that you can even captain, because he has not done anything that can warrant that distinction. So you can see he's not a guy that can impact scoring. I know the KBF numbers can lie to you, but this is the same productivity that he's had in years. And even going by, that was the qualifiers. And you can see on average, he's not somebody that you can actually rely on, despite the fact that he's playing heavy minutes and averaging 2.7 points like that. Look at his field goal shooting, 17.6%, 16.7, 18.2 from downtown on 3.7 attempts. That's like 4 attempts a game, but he has not been able to convert, and he's not even a guy that draws fouls. So he's virtually unplayable. So these are the FIBA AfroBasket qualifiers that happened in 2020. He only played 3 games, and right now we're going to look at the actual AfroBasket. So in the AfroBasket, you can see he played 4 games. He averaged 20 minutes. This guy has been playing heavy minutes. So 20 minutes, that's like 2 quarters a game. 22 points, 22% shooting from the field, not 22 points. He's never even scored 22 points ever in like FIBA contests. But this is 22%. Then on 2-point field goals, you're seeing 16.3%. On the 3 ball, on 3 attempts a game, you're seeing 25% and 0.5 from the line. So this is a guy that you can't rely on. 3.3 points. Plus minus from minus 7.5. His stats did not change an inch. And he is one of those guys that cannot be trusted. He played every single game the AfroBasket, but contributed virtually nothing to the team. All right. Those are the stats in the AfroBasket qualifiers and in the qualifiers. But now let's look at how he played in those individual games, because so that we can be able to like get a full context on why these guys should not be on the squad. We need to look at his stats. I know stats tell like they tell like the factual bit, especially when it comes to the game, but we've already seen the film of how he plays. Even look, they didn't even use his graphics. But look at this game against Cote d'Ivoire, which was the first game. This guy, he played heavy minutes, 5 points, 1 of 6, 0 for 3, 1 of 3, 4 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, plus minus for minus 17. The second game was not different. He actually went scoreless against Nigeria, 22 minutes played, did virtually nothing. He was Dennis Rodman in there. 7 rebounds, 3 personal fouls, 3 turnovers, 1 steal. In the game against Mali, where Mali was just a below average team, 27 minutes played. Actually, this is the game that he played heavy minutes. But still, you could see, even with those minutes, he did nothing. Then in the South Sudanese game, he had 0 points. 14 minutes played. 0 points, 0 for 4 from the field. All of these attempts were from the 3, and he did nothing. Now, plus minus or minus 7. So yeah, this is a guy that you can't rely on at all. Then, going into the FIBA World Cup, which was another opportunity that he had so that he can be able to play. He only played 1 window. Look at his stats. The man played 10 minutes a game. His minutes got cut in this one, because if you even give him a chance to play more minutes, he'll do virtually nothing for you. So this guy had zero steals, 0 turnovers because he's not even handling the ball, 2 personal fouls, no assist, no rebound. Look at the free throw line. The guy doesn't even draw any fouls. 20% shooting from downtown, 20% from the field. 1 point a game in 10.5 minutes played. And this is the guy that is the captain. Look, he averaged 1 point. He had nothing. Nothing. Look, Congo DR, 12 minutes played. 3 points. Nothing. In the Egypt game, where he got beat by 54 points, he played 15 minutes. Couldn't do anything on offense. Nothing. At his position. 5 minutes played in the game against Senegal. Of course, 5 minutes he just did cardio. So this is a guy that knows how to play cardio. And this is the guy that has been entrusted to be in that squad as the captain. So this is the Kenya Morans captain. This guy is the captain. And he's aged 35. So that means this guy is not getting any younger. And he's just, wasting a roster spot. Okay, you can say that I'm getting on him too much, but wait. There is more. Because if you look at the Afrochan for last year, his productivity has remained the same. Actually, he played heavy minutes. 20 minutes played, 20 minutes averaged, 20% shooting from the field, 19% from deep, 58% from the line. What did he do? 5 points. Plus minus from minus 3.2. 1.4 steals, 2.2 turnovers. Dude averages, oh my god. These averages are just bench warmer numbers. Alright, let's look at it. The game against Cote d'Ivoire. 2 points. 2 points on 16% shooting from the field. Look at this. +1, +3. Did virtually nothing in the game. The game against Gabon, 3 points. Look at this. He only scored 3 points from the line. Majority of those points. He was 0 for 5 from the field. Did virtually nothing. 6 rebounds, nothing. 3 turnovers. This guy is a turnover machine. The game against Morocco, 23 minutes played. 7 points. Look at that. Abysmal shooting. And this is the guy that is getting the most minutes and doing virtually nothing. Even the game that they won, the game against Nigeria, look at that. 27 minutes played. 1 of 10 shooting. 3 rebounds. 1 assist. 2 turnovers. 2 personal fouls. Nothing. The game against Tunisia. Tunisia is the first team actually you're going to match up against. But anyway, look at what he did. 7 points. 3 of 7 shooting. 2 assists. 3 personal fouls, 2 turnovers. This man averaged 11 turnovers and 11 personal fouls. 2.2 each. So this is a guy that does not have any. He can't lead a team, and it's unfortunate that they've picked this guy as the captain. Very unfortunate. Very, very unfortunate.